And low-key, I kind of want my rose to be like, this doesn't have anything to do with the video, but I actually made this shirt. Like, I just got a white t-shirt and then embroidered the rose. Anyways, enough with being distracted. Hey everybody, I'm Derrick Chappelle. You're watching DerrickDoes, and I'm just gonna go ahead and get into the video. I thought about it in the shower about different ways I could film this, and I'm already catching myself like trying to refilm it. YouTube is the last place that's hearing about it because I really wanted some time to get my thoughts together, figure out where I'm at with this, and then release like a statement before I just go off and like regret anything that I might have said. And so I'm just gonna give you guys a little bit a little bit of a background and a little bit of a disclaimer. Disclaimer first, the people that I'm talking about in this video will not be named. Out of respect for them, I'm just gonna keep their identities private, while at the same time talking about the experience and not leaving anything out. It's black and white. Like, I have everything that I need to know. If they didn't want me to talk about them in a negative light, they should have behaved better. Background on me, I'm gay. I came out when I was 18 and I'm almost 21 now. So pretty much when I was coming out, everybody that I felt like I was close to or was important enough to know like this part about my life knew almost 3 years ago. Fast forward to last week, which is the experience that I'm talking about today. I was discriminated against for being gay for the first time in my life ever. I was discriminated against by someone that I basically put in that mom role. I consider her to be a second mom to me because I had just known her for so long. She used to be my neighbor. Basically, I don't know, I feel like nobody ever can really like prepare themselves for being discriminated against, and they don't really know like when or if that situation is gonna happen. I obviously didn't know because I said that everybody that was close enough to me in my life when I was coming out was informed. I thought that everybody that was close to me still, like from back then, that's still in my life, already knew and was okay with it. Pretty much, my boyfriend and I tried to go celebrate our friend's dinner, birthday dinner, because he was turning 18. So we tried to celebrate his birthday dinner. Literally 2 seconds before we were all out the door, the brother's sister of who we were going to dinner for came up to me and my boyfriend and told us basically that the mom has a problem with me being gay and me having my boyfriend around, and if she wants to celebrate the birthday dinner, then she doesn't want us to be at that dinner table, and vice versa. Like, if we went to the birthday dinner, that she would stay home because she's uncomfortable by it. And I just, like, in that moment, I remember thinking, this girl has known me my whole life, basically. She's been nothing but loving and caring, and, like, I kind of, on top of putting her in, like, the mom position, I also kind of put her in, like, a role model position because she was just so caring and giving. If anybody was, like, in the hospital, she would cook food for not only them, but, like, their families, and she was just very, like, generous and very loving. To hear that she has a problem with me after all of these years that she's known me, to hear that she has a problem with me being myself, it was like, well, what the fuck is your problem? And that's kind of what went down, basically. That situation was hard because I obviously cared about her a lot and I valued her a lot. That to hear that she had a problem with me, it was hard to hear. That was hard hearing it from her, but she's not like somebody that I interacted with every day, so it didn't really affect my everyday life. Like, it was something new that I knew about her and like who she was and what her beliefs were. It was something new that I found out, but she wasn't really like, I didn't hang out with her and I didn't go to movies with her and I wasn't like doing like my everyday stuff with her. So if she had a problem with it, like I didn't have to see her. It could be avoided and it wouldn't really impact my life too much. What was hard was that after that situation, so I didn't want to make my boyfriend feel uncomfortable. I said I'm the type of person, like my personality is very blunt and direct, that if the mom is uncomfortable with us being ourselves and sitting at the dinner table, then I'm gonna make her feel uncomfortable by being ourselves and being at the dinner table. I felt like she didn't have a reason to be uncomfortable with us. Like, we never made out in front of her, never hugged, never held hands, nothing. So for her to make me feel uncomfortable, all of this, like, through the grapevine on top of it, like, she wouldn't even, like, talk to me, let alone look at me. It's like, no, she doesn't get to make me feel uncomfortable, and that's it. I was like, no, we're gonna be at the dinner table too. I want to celebrate my friend's birthday. I don't give a fuck if she has a problem with it or not. Like, I'm not doing anything deliberately that I wouldn't normally do to make her feel any less accepted at that table or any less, like, comfortable. But I looked at my boyfriend, I said, you are also, like, a priority to me. If you feel uncomfortable, then we're not gonna go, because I don't want to put you in a situation that makes you feel uncomfortable just because my personality is bold. And he was like, no, I get it. I just don't want to be anywhere where I'm not wanted. And so we left. The next day, I get a text from the friend that it was his birthday. I get a text from him apologizing for his mom's behavior, wishing that, like, that didn't happen, and just apologizing in general. Like, he wasn't in the situation directly, like, he wasn't around when all of this was happening, but for him to still reach out and apologize to me and just be a good friend, that meant a lot to me. Later that night, on the same day, one of the other brothers, like, called me on the phone, apologized for his mom's behavior, just told me that there wasn't anything that he could really say that wouldn't change the situation being fucked up. He was just apologizing for the situation being fucked up and just not wanting anything to change between us, and not, like, still wanting to be friends and just wanting everything to, like, be how it was, like, regardless the situation being fucked up. Just reaching out to me, though, and apologizing for what you heard and wishing that it didn't go down that way, that meant so much to me. Like, that was you having my back, whether you were there or not. That's, like, you're, like, a true friend, like a good friend. What was really hard and what, like, pissed me off, like, the most after was the daughter that had to, like, drop the bomb on me, basically, kind of just left the situation at that, like, at that night. For you being the person that has to tell me this, you're just gonna leave it at that? You're the one that told me that, and out of anybody that I would expect to be sympathetic and to be understanding, I told you the most. If you're watching this, I'm, like, starting to get, like, personal now, but, like, if you're watching this, like, what the fuck? Like, you were, like, I told you the most out of everybody in our group. For you to not reach out to me and be directly in this situation, and for other people to reach out to me to apologize that weren't directly in that situation, it just opened my eyes to so much. It was like, well, damn, if you could be, like, that cold in a situation like this, I'm not gonna put anything past you for a situation later down the road that you wouldn't be just as cold, if not colder, because I didn't even expect this from you at all. Still, while I'm filming this, and probably when this video goes up, I still will not have heard anything from her. That it's, like, that easy for you? Like, what even were, like, these past years that I've had with you that, I don't know, like, what even was that? If you could, like, with a situation like this, you could just act how you are. Like, what even was that? So that hurt a lot. It still hurts a little bit. Like I said, I have pretty thick skin. It's not gonna eat me up forever. I don't lose sleep over it. It just, like, kind of like that Ellie Goulding song, You Think You Know Somebody? I really thought I knew this person. Like, we grew up together, memories with this person, sticking up for this person. Like, I know for a fact if the situation was reversed and my mom was the one being ignorant, and my friend, like, had a sexuality thing that the mom didn't approve of or whatever, just like, you know what I mean, like the situation being on the other foot, I know for a fact I would have stood up for my friend. It is what it is. I don't want to make this video any longer than it has to be. Like I said, I'm moving on from this situation. It happened, but now it's over, and now I'm moving on from it. The main reason why I wanted to make this video, I don't really need to make a video for myself to like feel better or to comfort myself about the situation. The reason I want this video to be made and put out there is if anybody watching this has been discriminated against somebody that is close in their lives, whether it be your parent, grandparent, a friend that you've known for 10 plus years, if you have been discriminated by somebody that you trusted 100% and thought had your back 100%, I'm kind of just making this video to let you know that it does happen and it doesn't have to be as devastating and as heartbreaking as it sounds on paper. People, like, especially when you're older, people know right and wrong. People have opinions. They know what matters to them at this point and what doesn't. And, like, they're old enough to make that decision. Like, they're just old enough to know better. I'm not gonna try and change anybody's mind that's old enough to make like a conscious decision for themselves about how they want to act and like just go about things. I'm not going to try and change their mind. It is what it is. I have the same knowledge and background and like black and white information that the girl that told me about the situation has, and I'm handling it how I'm handling it. She's handling it how she's handling it. And if you're watching this, I wish you the best, but I don't need a person like that in my life that doesn't like support me and doesn't accept who I am. Like, why? I'm gonna give your spot to somebody else that would actually stick up for me and have my back. And it is what it is. This video is made. I don't really feel like I have anything else left to say. If you guys have any questions, leave them down in the comments. I'm gonna be answering back to all of you guys, whether it be on Twitter, my Instagram, Facebook I don't even really use, but or if you have any like comments or just questions or advice, I'm obviously going to be there for you guys. Like I believe strongly about this. I don't want anybody else to feel how I felt. If I can avoid that and I can help just be there for you. If you don't really have anybody else to turn to, then let me be that person for you. You guys know where to find me on social media. I'm always here for you guys, and I hope this video came across somebody that really needed to see it and that it helped you in some way or another, because that was my main goal for this video. I love you guys so much. I will try and get better about filming, and I will hopefully see you guys next Friday. Thank you for watching, and remember that boundaries are to habit.